It already feels like Christmas has come early this year.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mando number 5.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel, Mando number 5, and I'm Keith Guppy, and welcome to my Christmas show. Yes, the Christmas show. A bit different from my normal figure focus line, but I was out with Martin Long the other weekend at Fordingbridge with his wife Steph, and we had a brilliant night. And during the night, Martin said to me, "Why don't you do a Christmas figure focus line?" And I thought about it. I thought, yeah, that's not a bad idea. So I want to dedicate this one to Martin. Thanks, Martin, for the idea. So I know some of you are really into your holiday figures and your Christmas figures. So as I said, it's not quite a line that was produced, but I thought I'd gather up all the 3 3/4 inch holiday and Star Wars figures they've released since 1995 and go through them. Now they're dominated by obviously the Droid factory line, and believe it or not, they released a one of these holiday editions every year from 2015. Now some of the early ones are really hard to get a hold of. They're all on the blue card. You've got a picture of the droid here. Normally they've got a bit of a cheesy name. This one's R2 Deer, as in reindeer, because he's got the antlers. But some of them aren't. The backs just give you a bit of detail about the droid. So these have come out since 2015. So that's the main focus of today. But also we've got a few of the earlier holiday edition with the gift cards or the Christmas cards built in, based on the Ralph McQuarrie original pictures. So we'll go through those as well. As usual, at the end, I'll give you the value of all the holiday figures, what you need to spend to get them all, and what I need and what I've got missing in that range. As ever, I want to say thanks again for everyone for watching. If you're enjoying it, hit the like button. Please subscribe if you want to see more. And please keep chucking in your comments. They're really, really useful. Just one other thing, before we get looking at the figures, I normally set these as a premiere on a Friday at 7 o'clock. I'm out on a Christmas do, so I might not be able to attend that premiere. So, Kieran Ball, apologies in advance. I'll try to put a couple of comments in, mate, but if I don't, enjoy it anyway, buddy. I will, before I start as well, give a little shout out to 6-inch series. I don't normally mention 6-inch series figures on here, but you all know that they do a really, really cool line of Christmas figures. I've just got Boba Fett and maybe one other summer, but I will just shout out, if I can find a picture that covers them all, I'll pop it up now so you can see. But the black inch figures and the Christmas theme figures are really, really, really cool. And I've often been tempted to get them all, if I'm honest. So, ladies and gentlemen, here are a few of the annually released holiday edition droids from the Droid Factory, Disney exclusives. So I've got 5. There were 10 altogether. They started in 2015, and they start in 2015 with R2H15. And the ones I haven't got are pop-up pictures. Now, the earlier ones are worth the most, and non-surprisingly, the ones I haven't got are worth the most. So R2H15 is worth about £45, and I'll put some pictures up of him. And then 2016, you had R2H16, which is worth about £50 on eBay at the moment, so a lot of money. 2007, we had R3H17, which is another one is worth about £50. And then the latest one I've got is 2018, which is R418, this one here, like a kind of ghost droid. Now this one was in the 4-pack, I think, so we'll put some pictures of that up later on. But there he is with the drinks tray, really cool, like translucent colouring on him. I love these droids, I think they're really, really cool. If you want to get in now on the secondary market, you're probably paying about £40, and I think that one there was the last one with the gold logos. They switched after this to the silver logos. Most interestingly, all the backs are pretty much the same. They've got a little bit of an architectural drawing, if you like, of the droid, and points out the main features of the droid. So there we go. Yeah, so that one there would be about £40 you want to get him. And then after that, they had two BB droids. They had BP-19H, which is about £40. And there's a picture the other way. Then we've got BBH-20 from 2020, and he would cost you about £50. And then after that, I've got the other four. So from 2021, I have got R5D33R Deer, which I showed at the start of the video. Really cool droid. The second droid actually that they did with antlers. I'll show you a bit later, but they did a R2D2 droid in one of the 2-packs as well, which I've actually got loose. So pretty cool. Yeah, so that came out in 2021, and he's about £28, £25 if you want to buy him. So a little bit lower than the others. And then you've got R6 Snow. Do you get it? Snow, yeah. And he's pretty cool. He's got his little hat, scarf, white body, and he would cost you about £20. So the more recent ones are a lot less in value, obviously. So that's that one. And then getting closer now, you've got 2023. You've got R8H23. So that's Holiday 23, with a big bow on him and the red droid. Pretty cool droid. And he would be about £20. So all the last 3-year ones are all about £20. There you go, really cool droid. And then finally, to bring us right up to date, you've got R4 TR3. Really cool, probably one of my favourites actually. I love the green. It looks really cool. And that brings you pretty much up to date. Now, when I was doing my research, there was another droid that was classed as a holiday droid, but I don't know, and I'm going to put it out there to some of you droid collectors. Maybe Adam Long knows or someone else knows, but I don't think this is a holiday one, but it is a 40th anniversary Return of Jedi R2 S4M. So I'm not sure about that one, whether that should be included or not. But again, I expect it'll cost you about £30 to get in the market now. So just before we move on to the two advent calendars, I want to just talk about the 4-pack that I haven't got. Now it's a really cool 4-pack. I put some pictures up. I haven't got it, but it would cost you about £120 right now if you wanted to get it. I think a fair price is probably about £70. But it's really cool. It's really Christmassy, as you can see on there. But I'll let you look at the pictures and see what you think of it yourselves. So we've had two advent calendars from the Droid Factory. This is the first one that came out last year. So that's Christmas of 2023. This one's not opened. I only bought one of these that year. So I'll put some pictures up of the droids inside. But pretty cool. But I'll show you the 2024 one and give you a bit of a sample of some of the droids you get in that one. As I said, both of these are probably about £55. Even the older one, unopened. But they've got some pretty cool droids inside them. So this is the 2024 Droid Factory Advent Calendar release. I've done a video on this, so go back and check it out on my channel. But you can see the figures, the droids inside are really cool. And obviously, every day represents another piece of the droids. You've got BB-8, R2 units, Gonk droids, and they're really cool. And I would recommend these to anybody. I mean, look at that Gonk droid; he's really cool with his Christmas hat on and bits and pieces. But really cool. As I said, these are about, you can probably buy the whole set for about 50 or 55 quid. And on this one, on the back of this one, they actually had pictures of all the ones you can get, apart from one, and that was the chopper droid, which was the surprise one of the piece, which you didn't see a picture of. So really cool sets. As I said, probably about £50 to buy. So between 2002 and 2004, Hasbro released 3 holiday edition type figure sets. They were pretty, I think they're pretty much fixed figures, but they look pretty cool. And these accompanied the Blue Line and the trilogy line about the same time. Now, they were all to match the Macquarie concept art back in the day of the Christmas cards. They're pretty cool. Unfortunately, because the figures aren't articulated or anything, then apart from the C3PO and R2D2, then they're not really held the value that well. But just to start, back in the day, you had from 2002, you had R2D2 and C3PO. Pretty cool figures themselves, and still I've got one loose. This one's yellowed, unfortunately, a little bit, but pretty cool. And there's on the back. Inside, there's a holiday greeting card and envelope inside, so you can actually use these. So pretty cool. All of these are worth probably what, £25-30 in good condition, but no more than that. So that's the first one they released. The second one they released was Yoda with his little ball and present here. Again, about 25 quid. But I think what made this famous is that's a really iconic picture there of Yoda. Now, I want to give a bit of a shout out to another figure that I collect a few of them. It's the Jumbo figures, side by side show. Now they're really cool. Now they do a Jumbo Holiday Edition Yoda, and for those of you who don't know, he's got a sack of presents, and those presents are really cool, as well as some little boxed original sort of box vehicles and stuff. He comes with a miniature Boba Fett on a card, which is about that big, literally that big. Really sought after. I had one once and sold it, but I wouldn't mind one again. But you'd have to probably buy the whole Jumbo figure, and he's probably about £300-400. But really cool. It's got a complete replica of the original Boba Fett on the original card. And again, as usual, I'll whack some pictures up so you can see that. So that's a bit of a cool sideline to that figure. And then lastly, you've got the two Jawas. It's probably the best of the three. You've got the backdrop of Tatooine, the night sky in the background there, which is pretty cool. I think this is probably the best looking one in the dark packaging. Again, you've got inside, you've got a greetings card and envelope. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, there you go. That's the 3 holiday edition sets. So lastly, the one other holiday figure that Hasbro did in 2005 was this one, the holiday edition. This bright red Darth Vader. Really cool, really pops. And I just want to thank Emma, my wife, for modelling that on the thumbnail for the video. So thanks, Emma. Really cool figure. It actually comes with a holiday edition stand, and as usual, a greeting card inside. This was a StarWarsShop.com exclusive, but really cool figure. Come out in 2005, as I said, but really nice, really pops. The card is really thick on this because obviously there's an envelope and greetings card inside. This was actually a Japanese release, so I suspect that you get ones without the Japanese writing on it as well. But again, Darth Vader, what's he worth? He's probably about £25-30. Gone up a little bit, but really cool actually. I think that's one of my favourite ones of the holiday ones they've done. But really cool. Lovely colours on him. And now, finally, we've got a bit of a controversial one. Now, again, I've got to say, I'm going to put Martin up for this one because Martin suggested this. This is Chewbacca Life Day one from the special Christmas edition of Star Wars before the Star Wars film would come out, which is widely ridiculed a little bit. But I thought I'd show that. I guess it's classed as a Christmas themed figure. I don't know. Chewie and Life Day with a little globe, TVC, and there he is on the back there, the pictures. So I'll put a couple other pictures up as well. But that one there, I think it's probably about £30 now. But I've included it. Whether it's really a Christmas one or not, then put your thoughts in the comments. So I think that's all the Christmas figures that they've done, which is not many, is it? I thought they'd done more, and without the droid line, it would be pretty sparse. But if you can think of any more, then give us a shout out in the comments and let me know. I'll be really interested. So let's look at the value of this Christmas line. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's look and see what this lovely Christmas line of figures is actually worth, or what you'd have to pay if you want to get the whole holiday and Christmas lines now. So, first of all, let's look at the droids. As I said, there was 10 released each Christmas from 2015 to 2024. And based on eBay sales, and I say this every week, I do go through this meticulously and look at sales or what's been sold. And I think you'd have to pay an average of £36.30 for the factory droid figures. They are very expensive. Some of the new ones, sorry, the later ones, are quite expensive. You're looking at about 50 quid, some of them more than that. So £363 you'd have to spend, and as I said, an average of £36.30. Then you go on to the one Christmas droid pack they released, which sadly I haven't got, which is a really nice pack. I can't see any sales, but if you want to buy one now on eBay, you've got to fork out £120. That's a lot of money. You might be able to wait around and get it for 80. I think probably £70 is a pretty decent price, and that's probably what I pay for it. Then you've got the two calendars that have come out this year and last year, pretty much the same, different droids obviously, and on eBay right now you'd have to pay about £55 each, which gives us a total of £110. They don't seem to go up very much. I think if they produce some slightly different ones, maybe a Death Star or something, then you'd see quite an increase, but that's what you have to pay for the two calendars, the Advent calendars. Then finally you've got the holiday editions and the Life Day figure, the Chewie Life Day figure. They're pretty cheap, surprisingly, because they've been out a long time and they're quite old, but you can get them quite readily on eBay. And to get all five, you'd have to spend about £125, and that gives you an average of £25 each. So, drum roll as usual, what would that give you to get all the holiday editions of the 3.75 modern lines? Yes, £718. So not too bad a price, compared with other lines. I know this is a bit of a made-up Christmas line, but I know some of you out there are really into your holidays and Christmas figures. So that's what you'd have to spend. Unfortunately, I need a few. I need a 4-pack, and I need 5 of the annually released factory droids, which means I'd have to spend £355 to get the rest, and they're mostly expensive ones, unfortunately. So there you have it. There's the Christmas special. So again, thanks everyone for watching, and if I don't see you again before, have a fabulous Christmas, have a great time, and I'll see you again soon. See ya. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mando number 5.